been, and now to a one and only exclusive Dolphin star, Tyreek Hill, once again involved with police, this time after an argument with his mother-in-law.
The call goes out. Police race to the Porsche Design building in Sunny Isles Beach on Monday.
Subject is Tyreek Hill.
The mother-in-law of Miami Dolphins star wide receiver Tyreek Hill calls the cops. The call goes out as an assault in progress.
Subject black male wearing a white tank top.
When police get there, they make contact with Hill, his wife Keita Hill, and their child.
I'm ready for it.
They also speak to Tyreek's mother-in-law, Alicia Vaccaro. Let's get right to the police report. Quote, Vaccaro stated that Tyreek is very aggressive and impulsive, and that he has anger issues, and she is afraid for her daughter. And when she saw Tyreek arguing and throwing her daughter's computer to the floor, and later grabbing her granddaughter and start walking with her in his arms towards the balcony of their 35th floor residence, she called the police. Straight out of the police report, Tyreek's wife tells cops that her arguments with Tyreek are becoming more frequent. When she told him he wasn't involved enough with the baby, she says he grabbed the baby, and she's now in the process of filing for divorce. No charges in this case. Both parties stated that the argument never became physical, even though officers observed a light redness bruise on the mother's left upper chest and questioned her about it. She replied that it probably had happened without malice when he grabbed the baby from her. Officers observed that the baby was in good health and good physical condition.
A lot of men with money don't realize they're not eye candy. They're just wallet. They're walking wallets, right? Okay. So what you got here is a mother and a daughter's ear, and they put together a get out plan, which is going to get them paid very good, because you see she's already in the process of getting a divorce, which she knew who he was. She married him. So that can only mean she was only in it for the hustle. So she going to get the bag because she got the baby. Okay, cool. As a man with money, though, why would you keep putting yourself in this position? Had to run in last year with the police. Now you're letting two chicks get under your skin and you're losing your shit. And it's about to cost you. What's wrong with you just walking away? Walking out, getting in your car and driving away. Don't put yourself in that position. They want you to lose your cool. They want you to lose it. They're trying to push you to the point to where you hit this lady and it goes from there. Then what? Be the poster boy of the NFL like Ray Rice was at one point? Don't let it come to that. Let that woman and her mother go their way and you go yours. Straight up. Like, some of these guys get money and they just think they're gods. Dude, first off, a lot of us men, rich or poor, have to know where we sit at on the look scale. If you know you look in the mirror and you see a wildebeest, but you've got one of the most beautiful on your arm, use your common sense. She's not into you. You are a business decision. You in love, she's in business.
A teenager accused of stabbing another student athlete at a track meet told officers as he was being taken into custody that he did it in self-defense.
17-year-old Karmelo Anthony allegedly pulled a knife from his backpack and stabbed him.
Austin Metcalf was killed on Wednesday morning at a UIL District 11-5A track meet. Here's what happened according to witnesses and the police report. Metcalf got into an argument with the suspect, 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony, over a seating dispute in the bleachers. Metcalf told Anthony he needed to move from under the team's tent. Anthony opened his bag and reached inside and said to Metcalf, "Touch me and see what happens." Metcalf reportedly grabbed Anthony and told him to move. That's when Anthony pulled out a black knife and stabbed Metcalf in the chest once before running away.
What happened here is real simple. He had 2 kids. One was a stand-up guy, and the other one was looking for trouble. Look, that stand-up guy shit, that ain't gonna get you anywhere. That's gonna keep you in a lot of trouble, okay? You guys chill out with the stand-up guy. Stand-up guys do not walk the face of the earth long. They do not live long lives. Sometimes stand-up guys, they tend to, well, not sometimes, a lot of times, a stand-up guy will die on the wrong hill. Okay? This kid confronted another kid over a tent. We wasn't even sure it's his. I'm not even sure it's his tent. You know what I'm saying? A tent. Why not just go tell the proper authorities and let them handle it? This young man's not supposed to be up on it. Let them handle it. You engage, and now you're no longer with us. And the other young man, he's premeditated. He brought that knife in that bag because he wanted some trouble. That's the why else would you bring a knife to a track meet unless you're looking for trouble? You're never gonna see the light of day again. Your life's gone. And that's why I strongly advise you young men and young women, if you have a problem with someone, go tell the right authority, let them get it documented on paper that you have reported it, and you go from there. This never should have happened. If if the young man was taught to just go tell someone about the other young man being under that tent, the right people would have had him escorted away from that tent without company. Apparently, he had never been taught that. And again, the other young man, he's premeditated because he took time to pack a knife in a bag and bring it to a track meet. You're looking for trouble. It's just a sad situation.
56% of women have been described as unlikable at work.
So you mean to tell me alpha females, little boy hugs, she hugs, you mean to tell me they aren't liked? I wouldn't have never known that. You're doing it wrong. Gee, what in the world is this world coming to when those type people are not liked? People should really be ashamed. Not.
And that's not even some kind of rage bait headline. It's actually true. There was some research conducted last year by a company called Textio, and they scanned the language used in 23,000 appraisals globally. And what they found was that 56% of women were described as unlikable in their appraisals, compared to 11% of men. And what's even worse is that 78% of women were described as emotional in their work appraisals versus 16% of men.
Woo! 56%. Man. don't know. Like, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Arr. All that rah-rah energy that you got, you got to let that go. You can't bring it with you. Arr. You know, all that. Doing it wrong. Doing it wrong. Arr. 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 Can't do that. Arr. You just can't. You gotta leave your problems at home. Don't nobody want to be a part of. I want to be a part of your drama class, man. Ain't nobody want that. Work life, home life. You know, it's a lot more to your job than just knowing that you have to be a good person too. And a lot of these women, that 56%, they're not good people. They're terrible people. Just something to think about.
Am I the asshole for being mad that my stepdaughter will inherit our house? My husband, 65, and I, 47, have been married for 10 years. After my husband's retirement party, the discussion of wills and inheritance came up, and my husband informed me that he is leaving our marital home to his daughter, 30, in his will, which left me feeling completely blindsided and shocked. I'm aware that due to our significant age difference, I will most likely outlive my husband by many years and will probably have to spend the last decades of my life alone. So I was really upset, but also angry to learn that I will most likely be kicked out of our house after my husband's death and left homeless. My husband explained to me that I knew the house belonged to his late wife, who inherited it from her parents, and that I couldn't possibly expect him not to leave his house to their daughter. I replied that the house now belongs to him, and as his wife, I have a right to my marital home, and it's not fair that I will be kicked out of our home after I spend so much time and effort redecorating it and making it my own.
You guys were 55 and 37 when you got married. Now you're 47 and 65. Well, sweetie, the good news is he's going to leave you something. He thought enough of you to leave you something. Bad news is you won't be getting that house. That's just the reality. You can forget about it. That comes from his deceased wife's mother, and he has a living daughter. What did you expect? Come on, use your head for something other than a hack rack. So basically, yet again, what we have here, we have one that's marrying for a lick. In business, not in love. He's gonna be gone long before you, and you'll have to spend the rest of your days alone. Right. The minute he's gone, you have somebody else in there like that. It'll be that fast. Like, come on, stop playing. You're not getting that house. But you can always drive by it and look at it while his daughter walks in and out of it every morning, going to work or to school or whatever she's doing. You can always drive by and take pictures of it. You just won't have it. You could always draw it and hang it up in your next house or apartment that you get. You just won't have it. You won't have that house. See, regardless how you cut this, you won't be getting that house. I mean, but hey, you came out. You're gonna come out to the good though. Pretty sure he's gonna leave you a little piece of that pension that you gotta split with his daughter. So you coming out to the good. You'll find your way. Just gonna have to take it back to work. Won't be no more sitting at home. So you'll have to work unless you find you another man that you can hustle. Which I'm pretty sure this time you're probably nursing home and find one. But hey, there's hope for you. You can do it. You can do it. You just won't be doing it in that particular house.